Hi, I'm Arsenio.
I'm Lonnie.
I'm Murray.
And this is Viewer's Verdict. Today we're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 2. We ended Phase 1 with Avengers and now start with Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3 is about Iron Man. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Of course, it's starring Robert Downey Jr. He's not going anywhere, you know. It's a fun movie. It's a dude with a problem, sort of following the format of Unforgiven. It's a guy who's feeling he's older and he wants to get out of the game of killing people. And problem from his past arises, and he's dragged back into it by villains played by Ben Kingsley and Guy Pearce. And there's a little bit of a mislead as to who the real villain of the two is. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a dude with a problem instead of superhero or a hero's journey. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and following that is Thor: The Dark World, and this introduces us to the third Infinity Stone that we've seen throughout the cinematic universe so far. And this Thor's character is really developed and grown. He brings Jane to Asgard for the first time, and Odin has to work with people he doesn't necessarily like in order to solve a problem that, again, both his sons kind of created. It's a great dynamic between Loki and Thor, and that itself really progressed in the movie since the movies before it. So that was one of my favorite parts. Following Thor is Captain America: Winter Soldier, which is, I think, one of the strongest in the MCU Phase 2, and Cap is now in our time. He's working with S.H.I.E.L.D. And all of a sudden this guy comes around and he's not to be messed with, and Cap doesn't really know what to do. There's a big surprise as to who he actually is under the Winter Soldier mask, and that was a great twist for me. This is more of an espionage film rather than a kind of punch him out film, and it really gave Cap room to grow and to fight the battles that he thought he already defeated. That was one of my favorites.
After that came out was Guardians of the Galaxy, and this movie was fantastic and I think groundbreaking for the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. These ragtag team, like a talking tree and the CGI raccoon, Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Vin Diesel as Groot, and Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, and Dave Bautista as well. I think it was really well done. A strong cast of core characters to lead us through the space opera.
Yeah, the next movie is Avengers: Age of Ultron. I guess it's somewhere between Dude with a Problem and a Golden Fleece type story, where it is a team movie. A team addressing a problem. They've got a mission, and it's created by the ego of Tony Stark, I guess you could say, the problem. And the problem is not so much his ego as his creation, this AI that he and Ruffalo's Hulk built together, and that is Ultron. And you really get to see the team starting to build in some aspects. You see Scarlett Johansson's Romanoff, Black Widow, teaming with Ruffalo's Hulk Banner, and they're starting to see the chemistry there. Captain America's starting to show how he's going to split off in Civil War. He's starting to split from the rest of the team, and at times it feels like it's the team against Cap. And then Hawkeye is starting to take on the leadership role on the team. And it's a great movie. They ultimately, you do get to see the introduction of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and they have a nice character twist at the end.
And last but not least, Ant-Man. I think it's a super underrated movie out of the Phase 2, just because of how scaled back it was compared to everything else leading up to this movie. That instead of the world ending, it's literally the whole climax of the movie was taking place in a kid's bedroom. This epic battle would be taking place with these ants and explosions and everything, and then they pull back, and it looks so silly, it looks so ridiculous, but yet it's so much fun to watch. And you just relate with Paul Rudd, and you root for the guy. And I think they did a really good job with this one.
Yeah, that just about wraps up the MCU Phase 2. We will be back with Phase 3, and then Infinity War is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
So That's all we got for you now. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Arsenio.
I'm Murray.
And this is Viewer's Verdict.